So again, the first sweep will be a circular sweep, and I'm going to do 3 guide curves. And you see it's got a picture of them. As you click on these, they have different pictures. So we're trying to make it look something like the picture. And it has the G and the Q's and the R's, center curves, 2 guide curves. So it has pictures of what it is it's trying to help you illustrate. Now, if the picture isn't enough, what you can do is hit F1. Now, for some reason, my F1 isn't working. It says there's a problem, and I went in there and I tried to go to the user guide, didn't like it. Let's say the user guide, for some reason, you can't get in the user guide either. You can pop over to Google and do a search on CATIA V5 online documentation, and I see it right there in the list. So I'm just going to pick that. Oh, I'm in the YouTube, not a Google search. Try that again. CATIA V5 online documentation under a Google search, and we want to use release 19. In my video, I did a release 20, but then you got to use Explorer to get release 20 to work. So I'm just going to use release 19. They virtually say the same thing. So I'm going to go to the Generative Shape Design Workbench. And in the Generative Shape Design Workbench, you can go to Workbench Description. And if I hover over here, I don't even remember what it looks like on V5. Well, if I can't remember, I can go to the toolbars and hit Surface Toolbars. And I'm looking for sweeps, which is down here a little bit, and I'm going to hit Create Sweep Surface. So you have the 4 types I listed: explicit profile, linear profiles, circular profiles, and conical profiles. I'm going to jump with circles. I think they're the easiest ones to make sense of and very commonly used. So for each one of these, they have directions. So when I go back to CATIA, if I wanted to get directions on limited, curve, and tangent surface, I could go back to the online doc and hit limited, curve, and surface tangent, and it will pop me right there. I can hit this back button. Takes me back to the beginning where it was. Circular profile. I'm just going to start with the top and work my way down. 3 guide curves. And it has directions on how to do this. So you can see these 3 curves. That's what I would like you to try. Just build 3 curves. And then see if you can connect them using 3 guide curves. So my spine, I'm going to right click, wireframe, and I'm going to use X. I'll give you a tip. An infinite length line is a great spine. So I'm going to go in this direction. And then what I'm going to do is create a line. Why can't I create a line here? I don't know why I can't create a line. I'm just going to create a point. And I will go -1 in the Y and +2 in the X or Z. You know what? I'm going to make it simple shape. I'm going to go 2 and hit preview. Select OK. Oh, I'm using the wrong one. That's what I meant to do. 3 guide curve. I forgot to activate 3 guide curve. No wonder why this isn't working. It remembered that I was using X as the spine, and I want to delete that. I want to insert wireframe. Nope. Let's try this again. Sorry about that. Sweep. 3 guide curve. Guide curve number 1. Oh, that's why. I can't. Guide curve number 1 has to be a line. Can I create a line on the fly? So I'm going to create a line at point direction. And the first point will be a coordinate 0, 0. I'm going to go in the direction of the X, and I'll make it simple. I'll go 4 inches. Select OK. So that's guide curve 1. Guide curve 2. Right click. I want to create another line. And then insert a point. This time I'm going to go the Y -2 and the Z -2 or +2. Select OK. And the line will go in the same direction as this one and be the same length. I want to keep this simple. So I've got line 1, line 2. Instead of creating the lines, I have them all built into my sweep. I will go to line, create a point, and this time I'll go +2. Preview that. Select OK. In the same direction as that line. Select OK. Now I've got my guide curves. Okay. Take a quick look. Make a mental note of what curve is 1 and what curve is 2 and what curve is 3. Again, acknowledge the lines curve number 1, curve number 2, and curve number 3. If you're thinking that this surface is going to come in like this, let's preview it and take a look. Why didn't it come in under this way? I created guide curve 1, I created guide curve 2, I created guide curve 3, which creates the direction of which the circle is going to be created, or the half circle or the arc. So this partial circular surface was created from generation curve 1, 2, and 3. I select OK. And that is how you create a sweep using 3 guide curves. So what I want you to do is cancel that, and you're going to rename this three guide curves. And then you're going to take a snapshot. I would like to see if you were able to do this with the 3 lines inside the guide curve. This technique is called using the common tool, so I built the lines within that instead of building the lines first. So what's nice is when I minimize the 3 guide curves, I'm able to see just the surface and then not the lines that were used to construct that. Alright, that was the demo on the 3 guide curves.